it's time to take a peek at the 900 Ace. And if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, a lot of people are asking how many kilometers I have on this so far. 6,124. And that's not too bad. In the past, I used to get a lot more than that. But I've been working on the cabin the last few seasons, so we're staying around camp a lot and doing some quick checks coming back and not going too far out with that trap, so everything changes. You know, once you get the cabin all done and closed and cozy and you know all that stuff is complete, and you can just start moving farther and farther with that. I think a lot of you will remember this the ski handle here, I believe it's called. I broke it. That was the wrong one. I got that from a buddy who had a spare ski, but it happened to fit the holes. Here was the proper one. And you can see quite a big difference the way they look. And I finally snagged one. I ordered it and picked it up when I was down south for a little holiday to see the family. So I have to pop that on, which is nothing. Still sitting perfectly built, so it's good. I adjusted that last year. Move it off. So I want to get at everything and get at all the nooks and crannies to get all that dust out of here. I'll show you what happened to the front light here. Well, here's my headlights. You can see that little bit of melting here. But look at this side. Wow. I think I know what that's from. It's from my. It has to be from my moving blankets sitting on here. I'm not going to say in the cold, but it's probably, you know, at the beginning of the year or at the end of the year it happened in the warm weather when I had them on, and you know, just I like to warm it up, and it melts any ice on the windshield, which is fine in the colder weather, like I said. But obviously that's something to keep an eye on. But I don't travel too much in the dark. It's really not that big a deal to me. I'd get a cover for this thing, guys, but my windshield extension makes me not want to get one, because then I have to get it cut and sewn, and I don't know where that would go. But you know what, I still like the moving blankets, and I'm just going to have to maybe pull them up over the light next time I'm starting, and have them hanging over my light when it's running. So that's a lesson learned right there. So the next thing to do is a little bit of fun besides the work. I got a few days to work on this. It's not a big deal, but let's open this box. I'm going to put my toe strap in this box, and as you can see, it's the one I ordered for that sits where the passenger seat goes. I thought I need something for my camera gear and a few other things that I carry, and I don't want them getting covered in snow anymore. Let's see how it fits. There we go. Ah, yeah, that's going to be sweet. And this is only for traveling back and forth to the cabin. No freaking way. I'm not putting no bait in there, and I can't anyway. The travel box comes over top, and I won't be cutting that down, so this fits on. You can actually order another one that fits in here, and I believe they're the same level. And a couple guys have those, and I do believe they use them for trapping, but this is strictly for back and forth. That's going to be nice. Like, I want to put my camera gear in here, my thermos, mitts, things like that, and then anything I don't have to worry about that can be like in a cooler or wrapped up in one of my duffel bags and can be strapped on there. That's where it's going. And I ordered a couple more pieces for my ski. I forgot about that, but I'll have a few spare, which is okay. But there you go. That's going to be sweet. But I got a lot of dusting to do before I put that on. I'm going to put this cardboard down. my headlamp on. Before I do anything, I want to, I'll flip my hat over backwards. Make it a lot easier. Before I do anything, I really want to take a peek to make sure nothing's cracked and I don't have to order anything right away. Ooh, perfect. Yeah, I thought this headlamp would be perfect for doing this. Take my time. Shock's brand new from last year. Feels good when I was driving here. Little cracks in that. Oh, look at that. Right there. That plastic piece is broken. Oh, and that freaking spring is wore right into it. Look at that. Wow, I'll have to show you that later. The spring wore right into that, that little, I guess call it a coupling. Look at that. So we'll have to get some, I think they have some at the garage. I'll get some of those tomorrow. I plug that light in for the hell of it. You see the spring? It rubs back and forth on it. Well, it wore out that coupler there. And it's cracked right here, and it's about to come right off. Wow, go through a lot of those. Just trying to get as much dust off of here as possible, but I wanted to blow that debris out. It had a little bit of dust in it. You can see right here, if I just scrape it, see if I can. Just to get the big stuff off and any big chunks. So now I know nothing will blow right into the motor. I got it all stuffed. Just like that. See here, I was telling Travis, I didn't realize you could buy one with a receiver here, but he said he can weld one on. And I said, you know what'd be nice? Is just to have the receiver here and have a plate. You know, like say if I'm pushing the new bush, the new trails like me and Dave did, like a receiver in the back, have it here, but with a plate angled like this and a little bit high. So I block all of this and nothing comes through that on the new trail. And then when I'm, you know, have all my trails established and everything's cut and I go, well, I'm not really going off into the boonies anymore looking for new trails and stuff, then I could take that off. But that was an idea I had, just a steel plate here, just enough, probably the same size as this right here, or maybe the same height, at least, you know, from here. Maybe something like this, and on an angle, and light, nothing too heavy, just even aluminum, anything to deflect that stick away. And then when you're done, you take it off, because I have receivers for putting that winch on there, if you're stuck. You could buy that bumper with the receiver on there. And I think I would have done that if I knew that, but he said he can weld one on and make one up for me. And well, that's nothing for him. So that's definitely an idea I'm going to be doing. And then I don't have to worry about being in the middle of nowhere. A great big willow goes right through that. I said just to wash it. It was so dusty from sitting outside. Staying away from the motor, that's for sure. Just doing the bottom here. I sprayed it down, let it sit for a bit. Just the sideboards, the back, and down there. not going even near that. And the suspension so I can see any cracks tomorrow. Okay, I am done. I took the air hose and I got water out of everywhere it was sitting. And it's all drying. Anywhere I thought the water might penetrate and sit there overnight. One of them was like under here. Sure enough, there's water under there, so I got that all out. And a few other places. It's going to be all nice and clean for a second inspection. Okay, been home. Let's sleepy town. Person walking on the road. Okay, have to plug the truck in. Enough for this night. Stay in. I got some work to do in here. I have to charge a couple batteries. I have the charger here. Oh, I still have to put trim around the beam here. It's all stained down here. And this piece of drywall, I remember years ago when I did this, I just shot it straight up because I didn't know what I was going to do here. And now I have a piece of steel. And it's gonna sit in there perfectly. I'll drill so many holes to make it look like it's bolted on there. I wanted it bigger, but that's all I could find. I'll maybe go to the grain port and see if those guys have a nicer piece there before I do that. I'll ask if they can cut me a piece. And a new blade. I'm gonna charge my batteries. That's a nice little charger the new batteries come with. And now it's charging that Canon battery, so I'm going to try to plug that in and see if it's going to charge that battery. Because it wasn't charging it before, so I just want to see if maybe it was just this and now it's charging in here. But we'll see if it's going to charge in there also. Because I still want to keep that plugged in the cabin, and at least I'll have 5 batteries. I'm going to get 2 more. And I'll have plenty of batteries to keep me going. Well, I just dropped the oil in my chain case. That should do her. A little bit at a time. I'm not rushing. There's not that much snow up there. I don't think it's going to be a good ride this weekend anyway. If it's too rough, even like as I'm leaving my house and turning around, like I don't take a chance. There's no point in beating this thing up. If I do something in the machine, well, I have other machines. I got three other ones, and they run and they all got hitches. But I want my 900 ace. And nailing a rock or a piece of pipe sticking out of the ground because I'm trying to get to the trap line ASAP. It's just not worth it. You've got to wait for the right amount of snow. I don't mind it a little bit rough, but there's no frickin' way I'm beating the crap out of this, hitting rocks and everything just to get to my trap line. Here in the machine. So he was measuring and stuff when I walked in tonight. And he wants a box here. He wants it pretty high. He's not trapping or anything, like I said. He just wants it for maybe even putting a backpack in there. He wants to go moose hunting. I believe this is 2002 or 2003. 600 Scandic Ski-Doo. I had one similar, but it wasn't a white track. Well, because I didn't use the right tool, I stripped that. And now the torque is just spinning on it. Because I tried that Allen key, and I guess it spun it out. So I'm going to have to get a grinder, grind a slot in there and see if I can get a big screwdriver in there and get that off of it. Well, I got it. I have to grind the crap out of it. So I'll see what I have to put it back together. That'll happen again. So anyway, It's a bigger Allen key underneath there, and also a T40. And I was using a T30 for everything else. Well, for these two screws and a bunch of other stuff I was tightening on here. Yeah, I think a 40s, yeah. So I was checking all these. Oh, this one is a 40. So you can see some of the bolts are loose. I felt that one was a little bit loose. So. I got the kit here. Let's open her up. Oil filter. Let's see if that little piece is in here. There's the oil filter here. Oil we need. And I'm going to bring his measurements over here, double check his measurements. It's probably fine, but you know what? Double checking doesn't hurt. And then I got to figure out exactly what I'm doing and cut up all my pieces on the table saw for tomorrow. I'm going to take him to the shed tomorrow morning and at lunch and build his box for him. It won't take me long. Well, I'm all done clearing the box here. It's all piled up. I'll take it with me tonight, and I might go by and drop it in the shed. I don't know, or I'll just leave it in the truck. No, I better drop it in the shed because I want it warm first thing in the morning. Because I'll start gluing and stapling it together. I couldn't figure out what he was doing here with his numbers. I get his height. He wants a 29¼ for some reason. Maybe he's got a backpack or something that'll fit in there perfect. As for why he wanted it 13¼ that would have been too low, and it wouldn't have been. It would have been sitting on his back rack. So I had to make it 14, and of course I'll put a bottom on it. It gives it 14 3/8, which is just going to come over top of that back rack. And I have to try to get these springs off of here. One. I don't think there's very many. There we go. Release it all. Oh, that thing's freaking heavy. Look at how heavy that one. Okay, I put in 3 liters. This usually takes 3½, but I'll fire it up and it's going to work its way in a bit. Put that on. Okay. Okay, we'll let that sit for a little bit. Should take it all, but like you said, be safe. I want to put Kevin's tools back. Don't need them now. Well, I might, but he's coming to work on his machine. I'm going to tell him tomorrow I was using his tools. But nothing's oily, nothing's dirty. All right, wipe them all down. Okay, obviously we are in the shed and it's all dry. Well, that was a good supper, and now it's time to get a coat on here. I have some yellow, so I think I'll use it for his box. That's not bad. I knew it was going to take a little bit of paint off, but who cares? I was thinking about putting a stripe around here because I have some yellow and I got some tape as well. Something to do. Yeah. pretty cool. I better not put it up there. Look at that. I'll take that tape off. Now we'll put it this way. I already scratched that surface up before I left. Kinda fun doing this stuff. Oh, maybe I should have been a body guy. Threw everything in the garbage. Pretty cool. Not bad. I don't want to put that wet paint on the sawhorses, so we'll leave it like that. That's it. The box is done. I'm going to let it dry, and then tomorrow morning I'm going to come here, I'll put the hinges on, I'll take it over to his sleigh, I'll pop it in there, and the rest is up to him. See? And it goes right through there. Look at that. That has to be it. Right there. Yeah. You're right, I bet you it broke off. So if you can...
Yeah, I need a longer string for that then.
Oh, you can get at it, so you can put a bolt and a spring through it, so you can just drill it out. Put something else there, because you can get at it easy. Has to be what it is. It fits perfectly in that hole. I'm just conditioning my seat now with this leather gel care. Make sure that it's soaking right in there good. I just came from the shop. There's a lot of people there, so I can bring you guys with me. There's people there working on their skidoos and coming and going, and it would have been just a pain in the ass having the camera there. But everything is done on the skidoo. I changed this little block out. Those ones that are always breaking on me. They're called the rear arm spring support kit, and that's the thing that's that keeps these plastic things keep breaking on me. So I'll come up with a solution to make my own. I've seen some guys do it up north, and I'll see what I can come up with. So I just got to get some proper bearings, and I'll work on that. See what I can find. But right now I'm hungry. I'm going to make myself I don't know, egg McMuffin, I guess, with an egg. I got moose bologna. Oh, I got some breakfast sandwich buns or whatever the hell you call them. So I'm going to make that, have a glass of milk, something else to eat, and get out of here. Okay, see you guys later. Oh yeah. Oh shit! Way to go. Way to go,